Hey, good afternoon. It's Monday of Labor Day weekend. I spent the weekend installing the sprinklers in the backyard. So hopefully if you're watching this, you've already seen that video on how to install sprinklers on your phone. I aerated the backyard this morning. I started spreading some loam in areas that had existing lawn, getting ready for an overseed, and now I'm going to start prepping the front lawn, which was the big project last year for overseeding. This is the tow behind dethatcher. Basically just a big heavy unit, metal tines, and then I use these bungees. I put a cinder block on it to weigh it down, just to get it to dig in a little bit deeper, get a little more aggressive than if there was no weight on it. But what I'll do, bring the rider down. I took the bagging system off. It's the only way I can attach it. I'll attach it here, pull it around, hopefully get a good amount of thatch. I do have a pretty big thatch layer right now. Just from the humidity this year, there's been some dead loss with the grass, and it just kind of bulked up and settled down in the thatch layer. So hopefully get that out, suck that up with the mower, and then I will aerate over it. All hooked up, and now we'll start dragging. Come over here, you can see in a nice layer of thatch. This is just going to allow the grass to breathe better. When I overseed it, it's going to allow the seed to get down to the soil. Everybody calls seed to soil contact. And one thing I forgot to mention, I did hand thatch all the edges and around all the sprinkler heads. The other thing, it's always a good idea to walk your area, because my son left a wrench right in the middle of where I was going. So I will grab that and then finish this area up and then jump over to the main yard. Alright, I got all the dethatching done. Pretty good layer on the ground. I put the bagging system back on. I'm gonna cut it at 2.75 inches to get it ready for the overseed. And this out here is 9,000 square feet. At its longest, I usually get about 2 bagger fulls, and there's three barrels on the back. So it'll be interesting to see how much I pull up. And then I will take this back off. I will get the aerator on the back and aerate these 2 sections. Then I'll put some topsoil in the areas that have some damage. For example, this is some tree damage. So that was a tree that fell when they were chipping. this is where the main line was pulled up for the sprinklers. So that's actually blending in pretty well. This is where we tied into the main line. So this is going to need some topsoil and then some good seed. All right, let's get mowing this up. Alright, so first time I'm emptying, and I have not opened it yet. Let's see. I got this barrel plus 4 bags. I'm going to see how many I can fill up. My guess is this will fill this up and then maybe start one of the bags. Alright, so go with the barrel full, about a third of this full already. And I cleaned out the chute. The reason I shut the mower off, there was some around the blades. I wanted to make sure I was being as safe as possible. But I'm gonna go finish this up, and then I will actually have to cut it a second time. It's blowing a lot of the thatch around. That's not getting sucked up. So I'll do a double cut, and then I will aerate. All right, catch you after I finish this up. I ended up filling 1 barrel, 2 bags. Those are 80, that's an 80 gallon barrel, 80 gallon bags. And that is from 12,000 square feet of lawn. So I'm now hooking up the aerator. So it's a rotating aerator, not a reciprocating, obviously, because it just goes with the wheels, and it pulls plugs. They're not huge, probably about an inch long, but does a really good job. One thing I did with the dethatcher, and I'm going to do with this, is I was doing half passes, so I would overlap half of the previous pass just to make sure that I had plenty of coverage with the tines, and then also with this, making sure that I get good good amount of holes punctured, plugs pulled, and good coverage with the aerator. Then from there, I do have some topsoil. I'm running a bit low, so hopefully that's going to be enough, and I can get that spread, and then hopefully tomorrow overseed and fertilize. So what that does now, only the tines are going to be rolling, the wheels are off the ground. heads run right along. I know where they are, so rather than mark these 4, I'm just going to steer clear of the edge of the driveway. See, a lot of the thatch is gone. The grass will be able to breathe. That would be perfect for overseeding. Here's the holes. So this is pretty compacted, but you can see a little bit of plug here.